Hey everyone, it's Brett here, and we're back with more human chibi tanks. Wait, no, I mean human tanks. So, let's get on with it. Pshoo! What the heck was that tank? It was an armored train model human tank. For the kingdom to throw even such a thing into this war... that thing is sorta outside Choco's human tank aesthetics. Your aesthetics, huh? Because tinkering with the human tanks is our hobby. Anyway, have we accomplished the mission? Now that the armored train is down, the regiment in the castle will have a hard time receiving supplies. And if an Imperial force occupies this area, their siege will be complete. Let's go home then and play that game I got. Let Choco join you, big bro. I won't lose. It appears that the hanging wasn't educative enough. Castle Matsumoto. Though originally built by the Empire for the purpose of conquering the kingdom, it is now one of the opponent's strongholds. And currently stationed there is the Ikura Regiment on the special mission to overtake the Empire. Their captain, Kurara Ikura, is growing impatient. Still no word? My apologies. Since we're not getting it, we'll just sortie. We are not allowed, ma'am. We definitely need permission from the capital before we advance to the Empire. They haven't contacted us for one whole month. What in heaven's name are they doing back there? During the last few years, we forgot what defeat tastes like. They must be upset by the sudden appearance of the General from Hell. Megumin! That rumor about the General from Hell, isn't it total hogwash? Definitely not, ma'am. But you're always jumping to conclusions. Ugh. Either way, if I return to the capital without achieving anything, I'll be too ashamed to face my brother. Colonel Kurata. Colonel! What's the fuss about? I'm appreciating these fine antiques. Be quiet. But, what happened? The Tora railway gun has fallen! What? Ma'am, without the armored train, we have no way left to get supplies from the capital. 10% of the entire state coffers were poured into developing that train. Are you certain it has fallen? Who did it? Tell me the name of the enemy commander. Ma'am, it's the man named Shotaro Oda. His corpse were also involved in the battles for the Okahara Battery and Yumishigahara. Is that intel solid? Yes, ma'am. It came from one of our scout tanks. Shotaro Daihane. That man must be Colonel Kurata? The supply line has been cut. No contact from the capital. The enemy army is taking the initiative while ours lags behind. Did you say we still cannot fight? It's too dangerous, ma'am. The enemy is probably right outside our walls. Listen, now is not the time for us to move. We better prepare for a siege. I can't believe it! Taking over the Imperial capital should have been a walk in the park. How could things turn out like this? I understand how you feel, ma'am. Shotaro... Don... Hey, whatever. Whatever. I will definitely make you eat dirt. Alright. Well, let's go eat some dirt then. Lieutenant General Toyo Noshima? Yes? Who's that? Never heard of them. Mr. Toyo Noshima has recently promoted to Lieutenant General and great things are expected of him. Wow. A Lieutenant General? And that guy's in charge of conquering the Matsumoto Castle? Did you just call him that guy? You must address him as His Excellency or General. Do you wish to be court-martialed? Speaking of lieutenant generals, you used to be one as well, big bro. That was ages ago, though. What? Is that really true? Oh, you didn't know that? That is news to me. It's the first time I hear of this. Why did you not tell me about it earlier? Well, I assumed you would have read something about it before joining us. Hey bro, you see, was playing quite an important role back then. People were calling him the General from Hell. Ahahaha. General from Hell? Exactly. Isn't that amazing? Snort. Gosh, she just laughed through her nose. She totally doesn't believe it. It's the General from Hell that we're talking about, you know. He's a legendary general who only lives in urban legends. Oh, so I'm an urban legend now, huh? To even compare you two is beyond absurd. Big Bro is totally amazing. He can tell voice actors apart just by hearing their voices once. Choco, I don't think that really counts for anything. Why not? Just the other day, you correctly guessed the voice actor of Villager A. Still doesn't. Alright, so we're going on to the next chapter. I think. Things were different at first. 20 years ago, mysterious electronic particles were detected in various locations all over Japan. People shortly began calling them radiotoxic particles. In areas filled with these particles, electronic devices acted up and human beings went insane. The nationwide chaos was quieted down by the introduction of human-like biological weapons, human tanks. While less intelligent than humans, their physical performance was highly superior. These features were marvelously convenient to the humans who made use of them. At first, that hadn't been the purpose of their creation. Using the opportunity presented by the confusion across the land, both the Empire and Kingdom threw human tanks into the ongoing war. The new weapons, far removed from their original purpose, quickly covered the entirety of Japan, and brought about a new kind of chaos. The human tank proxy war grew more and more intense, whilst tens of thousands of human tanks were assembled and destroyed. Although the war once looked like it might continue for all eternity, people started to see at an end when the kingdom gained dominance. The royal army that possesses a considerable number of tanks, and the imperial army, whose complete defeat is just around the corner. Who would have imagined things would change so much in only a month? Ho ho ho. The reason is simple and clear, is it not? Unfreezing Daihane. I always get that name wrong. It just I don't know what it is. I still wonder if it was a wise decision. Even though we keeps on winning, the Imperial Army as a whole is still the underdog. As for the wisdom of the decision, that's for future generations to decide. I must say, it's remarkable how just one single corpse has overturned the situation to this degree. However, they've seized too many victories. It will invite trouble if Shotaro becomes stronger than necessary. We all agree on this, do we not? What about that other fellow? Ah, I heard he will be taken to the battlefield himself. It was also him who ordered Castle Matsumoto taken in his place. I would just wait until the enemy within leaves their refuge. They say he didn't summon Daihane to the mission. Such a self-confident man. Let us see what he can do. Coo. This is why I love my post as a general. Episode 4. Foil the plot and conquer Castle Matsumoto. Alright, I think this is a wonderful place to stop this episode. I think this is going to be a slightly shorter episode than usual, but that's usually because there's no like battle right away and there's a good amount of dialogue. But I mean, so far I think this game is going pretty well. I'm actually quite enjoying it, and the combat, while it looks kind of stupid, yeah, it looks pretty stupid, but it's pretty dang fun. It's like a more intense version of Battleship, as if Battleship wasn't already intense. So, I'm gonna end this episode here. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.